Hi there, Cancer. This is your reading with me for Twin Flames for July 2020. Hope you are doing well. So I've got your cards right here, and we're going to see what is coming through for this month. So if you would like to win a free reading with me, do check out the description box below since I do a giveaway every single month. If you would like to purchase a private paid reading, information will also be down below as well. They're done within 24 to 48 hours. Last thing I want to mention is my intention items are on my Etsy store. So I'm wearing some of the bracelets right here. I'm wearing a twin flame and love bracelet. There's also hand embroidered intention cards, which you can put under your pillow, in your wallet or your purse, and everything is saged, everything is meditated with, everything is there to remove obstacles and challenges from different areas of your life. There are lots of different items on there, protection, evil eye, success, finance, it's all on there. And also the review section. Do check out the review section to see how other people have seen results for these items, as I'm literally losing my voice. And yeah. Happy birthday to those of you who have birthdays, especially if you are a sun sign Cancerian. Happy birthday to you if you have a birthday in July, or belated birthday. So yeah, let's have a look. July, not June, July. Okay, so let's see what messages I have for you. And also international shipping as well, just thought I'd mention that. So now to this reading. Cancerian Twin Flames, we've got the King of Swords. I don't know if you can see this, but I've got a card that's just hanging out on my arm. It's not planning to go anywhere anytime soon. Well, actually there's a few there. So let me start by putting the spread together. It's almost like, because I sit far away from my table, because it's just the way that it works best for the setup, when I'm shuffling, sometimes cards just end up here, and then for me to just sort of like put them onto the table, it looks a bit strange, so I had to kind of show you as well just what was going on. Alright, so it's interesting, got two nines there. I will say, got quite a bit of earth energy as well, so you've got the Knight of Pentacles, Three of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, King of Swords, like there. Eight of Wands, Nine of Wands, Nine of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, King of Wands, well, let me just start by saying your twin is thinking about you. See a lot of cards here for reflection. You've also got the Star card and also the Two of Pentacles. It seems to me like what was causing your twin, right, or this person, your twin, a lot of confusion is starting to cause them some healing, which I know can sound really strange, but that's what we've got there. If you look at the Two of Pentacles, you see a lot of very rocky emotions, waves, crashes of the waves. It's very stormy. But then in the Star card, there's water that seems very calm and it's being handled. It's almost like a release. So to me, it's not that I feel they're releasing you and letting you go completely, but what I do see is this really strong energy of not afraid to look at the water. They're not afraid to look at this connection. They're not afraid to somehow handle the situation, the connection, and what's going on. They're not running away from it, which I have to say is quite interesting, because a lot of the times that's what happens, right? So even if they have run away, it's almost like they're accepting the situation. And then you've also got here the King of Wands as well. Yeah. See, Knight of Pentacles is quite beautiful in many ways because it shows slowly but surely steps are being made. They may not be the fastest steps, they may not be the most like obvious steps, but they are there. And the Knight of Pentacles here really does signify and signal, one step at a time. So this person's thinking about you, okay? They're thinking about you, Cancer. They are thinking about you. I feel very much so that they think about you when they're really in their own energy. Like, for example, when they're doing their own thing, they don't have any distractions around them. They really do think about you and like your energy. And they also feel like what they, especially for those of you that have had twin flame connections where this person's run away from you out of fear, they're now starting to realize that it was actually the fear that made them fearful. But actually, when they think about you, you actually cause a lot of healing within them. It's almost like you heal them, you make them feel good, and that's something they're starting to realize, is that actually they were running away from the wrong thing, and they were actually running away from their fears more than they were actually running away from you, because they thought you were the cause. Actually, you're not the cause. So they're starting to have these big awakenings. The other thing is, July also brings the Neptune retrograde. The Neptune retrograde is to do with illusions and spirituality and awakenings and enlightenment. That's exactly what's happening. They're starting to reflect, and they're starting to find a lot of truth, because the King of Swords is about truth and clarity. It's about having everything, factual sort of presented in front of you and being like, okay, all right, it's a revelation. There's some interesting things. They have epiphanies. They're starting to realize that actually, you know what, it was their fear that caused this. And that happens quite often with twin flame connections, where it's the fear that causes more of the issue than the actual connection. And that is something that they're starting to realize, that actually that's what it was, right? Knight to the King. So July is a big, big month. It's a big month of counteracting fear, or at least them very much so feeling like, okay, they were running away from the wrong thing. They shouldn't actually be afraid of you in that sense, because you're not actually going to do anything terrible, right? You're there to help. You're there to, you're there to be you. But on top of that, the other thing that I find really fascinating are those two nines. They think about you. They reflect about you. They think that you're a strong person, and you're someone that's never really given up. And I feel like that is, to them, very telling. Now, that's not me sitting here and telling you, like, hey, you need to put your life on hold, you need to wait for this person. Heck no. You should be living your best life, doing things for you, letting your twin just do whatever they're doing. But, don't put your life on hold for them. This is about you doing your thing and feeling strong and confident. You don't want to be waiting to the point where then you have trust issues, or, you feel really upset and sad on a daily basis. No. That's I mean, we're all human beings, and from time to time I'm sure that you felt that way and it hasn't been very nice, but this is really about saying to yourself, you know what, regardless, I'm going to do me. And they can feel that energy, because twin flames can feel each other's energies. So what I would say is, continue to do you. See, Two of Cups, they're starting to realize your worth and your value to the point where they're not running away from you. That's the thing, see? And the thing is, I know it sucks sometimes that people don't realise that sort of value earlier on, or that they run away, but I guess it's part of the process. And we see that with the 8 to the 9, where they were kind of running away. Now they're thinking about all of those ones. They're thinking about everything. They're like marinating in that energy. Knight to the King here. That's made me hungry now, marinating. Anyway, so the Knight to the King here, again, shows progression. Like they're not sort of running in the opposite direction. They're actually sitting down, considering everything, considering all the evidence and everything they've figured out, and realizing, like, okay, I need to be logical about this. I need to be in sync with all of the information. This person is not hurting me. This person's actually there for me. So I have a mad respect for you. And what I'm seeing as well is just this really, really strong energy of movement, strong energy of progression, and also a lot of sort of progression, respect as well. You've got a lot of cards that go from one to the other, whether it's the 8 to the 9 of Wands, whether it's the 2 to the 3 of Cups, whether it's the Knight to the King of Swords. So they're willing to dip their hands into things. That sounds really bad and wrong, but you know what I mean, like they're willing to dip into the energy. There we go. So Cancer, this is your reading. If this reading resonates with you, let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Do check out the description box below for information on private paid readings, free reading giveaway, and of course my intention items, which are on my Etsy store, as you can see. So yes, do take care, stay safe, all that good stuff. Sending tons of love and light your way. Bye!